He's sitting in Maldives. Chinese now in Burma. We are surrounded. And we should wake up.
Farooq Saab, you just mentioned about a truth that neither India can take over the part of the Kashmir under their position, nor Pakistan can take. Normally this solution is being mentioned that let that portion be with them and let our part of Jammu and Kashmir be with us. But sir, most of the time this kind of solution is heard from this side of the border. So has anybody from that side of the border ever mentioned that this kind of solution is acceptable to them, or they may consider even that kind of solution? I would like to know from you.
Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was the Prime Minister of India. Before taking that bus ride to Lahore, he called me over and said, I'm going to Pakistan. I said, no, I know you're not going to take me because I'm red rag to Pakistan. My father and the party is supposed to be the one that have brought Kashmir into India. And they have never forgiven us for it, and they will never forgive us for that. So he didn't take me. He said, Farooq, what do you want me to tell them? I said, tell them, you keep that, we keep this. And wherever we are in you, we'll come back. Wherever you are in us, you go back, we straighten the line. And exactly this is what Vajpayee ji, when he came back, told me that I told Nawaz Sharif ji this thing, and Nawaz Sharif ji said, this is the only solution, but we have to wait for the present. The army is not going to play balls at this time. We wait, but this is the final solution. This was Nawaz Sharif, who is still alive. Vajpayee ji is not alive. He's still alive. And if somebody goes and asks him, he will tell you that he said this.
So according to you, if Nawaz Sharif would have survived in power for a few more years, this kind of solution?
I think if General Musharraf would have survived, while Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji was also in power, I am sure agreements would have been held and solutions would have come. But he got into trouble with the lawyers, and that is where that. जब भी हम कभी solution पे पहुंच जाते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है. अल्लाह से दुआ करें, भगवान से दुआ करें कि अगली दफ़ा ये कदम उठाएं तो वो ज़रा ठीक हो जाए.
Sir, all over the world we see that there are huge geopolitical complexities, there are border disputes, and these problems are there in Europe, in all the continents. And many of these such disputes are settled. And even the countries are united, despite having walls also. But sir, do you see any solution of the Indo-Pak dispute on Kashmir? India-Pakistan dispute on Kashmir? Do you see any?
They say, wherever there is will, there is a way. I think they're also tired. They also find things are not going honky-dory. The great helpers of the Americans, have walked out. They're not getting all that aid from America. Today they are going to every other country, to China, to Saudi Arabia, to all the Arab countries where there is money to get loans and things like this. So they also realize that things are not the same as before. It's a question of new government. Whichever government comes into Delhi, I'm sure there will be some new progress towards this direction.
According to you, which government is going to come in Delhi?
Well, I wish I was some sort of prophet. I would probably make that prophecy. आजकल जो कुंडली भी बनाते हैं उसके बाद भी ये डिवोर्स हो रहा है. ये हाल देखिए. तो मैं कौन सी कुंडली बनाऊं जिससे मैं बताऊं आपको ये मुश्किल है बताना.
Sir,
but there is a change.
No.
He can ask. Allow him to ask.
Not now. Later on. We'll give the opportunity. We'll give you the opportunity later on. Not now. Please. No, please. Please, later on. Not now.
Respect the president. Yeah. Write it down and I'll answer you.
Yeah.
Likhiye. Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, what we understand at present, the Kashmir issue is not confined only between India and Pakistan. Because India has administrative control over Jammu and Kashmir Valley, Ladakh, and the Siachen Glacier. Pakistan is administering the Azad Kashmir and Gilgit. Balistan, while China exerts administrative control over the Demchok district, the Saksogin Valley and Aksai Chand region. So now it is not, because it is the situation between India and Pakistan has vastly changed from 1947 to 2018. So what are your comments on this, with the involvement of so many countries in this issue?
Well, one good thing. Earlier, America was pro-Pakistan. If all of you who know, there used to be CENTO, CETO, those were all these Arab countries, Turkey, Pakistan, who were actually the front line to fight Russia. That has changed. The countries that were with Soviet Union have now become independent, are a part of different group. Here also now, there is a change. The only country that today is backing them is China, for their own interest, not for the interest of Pakistan. Let me tell you frankly, China thinks only of itself. Unfortunately, India doesn't think for itself. That is the tragedy of India. जैसे वो ट्रम्प कहता है ना, फर्स्ट अमेरिका, आई विश वी कुड ऑल्सो से फर्स्ट इंडिया, वो नहीं हम कहते. तो इसलिए the problem now lies is that there is a different climate. There is definitely a change in world that they want both these countries to live amicably, because they feel this is a flashpoint and they don't want to have that flashpoint. And they want to also contain China. And they feel in that battle of containing China, India is very vital, very vital. And therefore, they are now thinking, how do we really get rid of this problem by getting these two countries to come nearer? That is a change, definite change in the world situation and world understanding.
Sir, India certainly needs peace on the border. And peace and development are the two sides of the same coin. Now, in this context, sir, I would like to know from you, how important is the economic development of Jammu and Kashmir to achieve and attain peace?
I think it's very important. I think development of India can only take place if industries grow. I'm very clear about it. All these pressures on industries, all these raids on them, and this should stop. I hope the new government is different. I hope new people come in, because basically it is India that will raise. And if industry rises, employment will rise. And that is what we need in Jammu and Kashmir. We need industry. In Valley, we need, that is non-polluting. We have rail service up to Jammu. We need medium and some larger industries. Only thing is, we are miles away. You know, when I went to Northeast, you know why Northeast went into a background and into militancy? Why? Because they felt that we are too far from Delhi and we are being ignored. Luckily, by the grace of God, things have started changing. You industrialists are now moving into those areas. People are finding jobs. They're finding opportunities to survive. Their boys and girls are coming out, feeling, no, we're not a small place. India is too large, and you're acceptable everywhere. This is what Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir needs. We need industries to grow. Yes, sacrifices have to be made by those who come, and by the government to make those policies such which will attract them to come. We have one industry, I must tell you, of Birla in Kutwa. He has grown to such an extent. At one time, he was ready, KK Birla's industry was going to run away. My father called them, because KK was very close to my father, and he told him, what do you want? Don't go. He said, these are things I need. He said, done. Today, if you go to Kutwa and you see that Birla's industry, it has grown to such an extent. Not only is it employing people of Jammu and Kashmir, it is also employing people from Punjab. People from Punjab are now working there, and in the evening they go home. See, this is what has changed. So if industries come and we make atmosphere for them where they can earn, you're not going to come for not earning. And you earn well. I'm not going to put pressure of this fellow's rate, now this fellow, why you? I think you should make money. And that money should be taxed such a way that you don't feel that you're being fleeced. We must make such things so easy that the industrial will pay honestly to it. Otherwise, he has to corrupt the income tax fellow, he has to corrupt other fellows. This is how we grow corruption. Because we ourselves do not realize that unless we create these paths for them, they're not going to grow. Today, majority of your industrialists are sitting in Dubai. Because fear, आज ये रेड हो गया, आज वो रेड हो गया, अब इधर से लाओ, उधर से लाओ. और जब इलेक्शन आता है, फिर कहते हैं, लाओ पैसा, हमको इलेक्शन लड़ना है. अरे भैया, पहले तुमने हमारी इंडस्ट्री बिठा दी, फिर पैसा मांग रहे हो, वो कहाँ से आएगा? इस दिन ने कहा, भाई राम राम, तुमको भी राम राम, मुझको मैं भाग रहा हूँ. I can assure you, if a new government comes in Delhi, I will make sure that the policies are made such that the industries don't run, they come and they put up huge industries where our young people will get employed. That is what I'll do for Jammu and Kashmir also.
Sir, you are absolutely right that some economic development has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir. But sir, there is another problem, and which is more worrying. That is the increasing gap between the rich and the poor.
Yes. That's all over India.
All over India.